I guess no sense of or the expectations. Excuse me, I should say. England are facing the U.S. That's not really a footballing nation, but on the world stage, they've never lost to England.
Yeah.
What are the expectations?
I mean, it's 2 games, bro. Relax. And one of them was when the ball was brown, as you said.
Okay, and the other one was in 2010 when the U.S. won the group. So what I'm asking is, what are the expectations going into this game for England?
Well, when the draw was made for the World Cup, there was absolute joy in England. It was almost like, oh, what a great group it is. We've got the USA, Iran, and Wales, easy group. When you look at the stats, it was actually the toughest group in the group because in the World Cup because of the rankings.
Right.
There's a real
FIFA rankings.
Yeah,
too.
of course. But statistically,
he wants to say Mexico has the toughest group. Is where he wants to go with this.
I understand the point. Yeah.
But on paper, England fans are looking at this thinking, and the media as well, thinking easy group.
Right. Well, that was the cover in 2010. It was easy.
Yeah.
It was England, Algeria, Slovenia. Slovenia. Yes, and Yanks.
I don't think Southgate and his players think that.
Did you write that headline?
Probably. Yeah. I don't think the players think that.
Right.
Certainly with Southgate is very respectful of everyone he faces. But I do think there's a subconscious with English football that unless it's Germany or Brazil or Argentina, you're not on our level.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the problem, that there's a sense of, I think sometimes a sense of awe about those teams and then a sense of disrespect about the teams below them. Not below them, but that haven't won a World Cup or haven't. And with the US, that is there. I mean, it is looked upon as a kind of, the MLS in the UK is looked upon as a bit of a joke league, a bit of a league where people go to retire. And that isn't the case, but you look at some of the players who've signed, the Steven Gerrards, Robbie Keanes, David Beckhams, that is what builds that
perception.
Yeah, exactly. But, one thing that the US players have always had is athleticism, determination, and a desire to beat England. I think that you'll know, obviously you've been in that camp.
Yeah.
Do you get the sense that when you're in that camp, you're playing England, that these guys don't respect us? Or we're going to show them that we deserve that respect?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why...
Did you feel that in 2010?
Absolutely.
Was it bulletin board material?
Yeah, you saw the headlines, and it was bulletin board material. And you end up tying the game, and under what fashion you tied it didn't matter. But you end up winning the group, right?
Yeah.
And you still remember the goal, the Clint Dempsey goal,
Green,
the green.
yeah.
Yes. And these things happen in football. But it definitely leaves a better taste in your mouth when you know that bulletin board material was there, and then you knocked them out.
Yeah. That's got to be tough, though, from an England perspective, because I think you look at this group and you say, man, everybody in this group has some bulletin board historical material on us, right? Iran, Wales, United States. Like, you know that every opponent is going to have a very unique motivation going up against England.
And that's why I'm not making excuses for England at all, but that is why it does become more difficult for England sometimes, because they have this
added pressure,
a non-football thing sometimes, this English arrogance, English mentality that we have to show the English. US have got it big time. Wales have got it even more. I mean, I don't know if your kind of viewers realise Wales hate England. It's like it's a different level. I guess maybe it's a Mexico-USA thing that
Right.
Wales are perceived as being the little brother. England's the big brother that treats them badly. So if England drop points against the US on one match day, the Wales game is going to be huge for England, because Wales, all the play, Kiefer Moore, Gareth Bale, they're all talking about not just beating England but knocking them out.
Wow.
So there's a lot of motivation there.
So we heard one of the predictions off the top. Wayne Rooney saying it's going to be 4-0. I don't know. We've seen some other
Jamie
ones.
Carragher on American
said
TV.
3-0.
Yeah.
Would you say that's kind of what most English pundits, English media are seeing in this game, like a 3-4-0? Because that's not a close game.
No, I think that's probably what the perception is. And Wayne, at least, is working in the US, so he's got a sense of what the strengths are. But I think if you did a kind of a vox pop outside the ground for England fans to name a US player, they'd name Pulisic,
right?
They'd name Tyler Adams, and that would probably be it.
Yeah.
The knowledge of the US game is limited to the players that they've seen in the Premier League. So that is a disrespectful thing as well. The fact that they don't have a wider knowledge of the US team. It's very much kind of, we're England, we will win this game. And we've seen in the past that has not. Iceland was the classic example.
Yep.
Nobody saw that coming. It was almost like, who have we got in the semi-final? Nobody, because you're going to be beat by Iceland. It was an incredible game, and that classic summed up English mentality sometimes.
Are England fans more worried about the United States or about Wales?
Wales.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
Just because of Bale?
Yeah.
And
and the rivalry.
The historic kind of proximity. I mean,
we say rivalry, and again, this is coming from an English.
Is it? Do you not? It's more of a rivalry for Wales. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't know. Again, speaking as I'm trying to detach myself from this English mentality, but Wales, it's much more of a rivalry for Wales than England.
Correct.
If you're an English football fan, you look at Wales and just say, well, sorry, you're not part of our landscape. It's Germany, it's France, it's Brazil.
Of course.
But that is an arrogant.
And maybe it's arrogant, but that's what the rest of the world sees as well.
Yeah.
But then you go into the Euros and it's a Scotland, and it's a fight to the death almost. I mean, it's a very cagey type of game.
Scotland
you know,
in the Euros was a 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
Wales in Euro 2016 was a very, very tight 2-1 win for England, a last-minute goal by Jamie Vardy or Daniel Sturridge. So it's not going to be an easy game, that. But first of all, they've got to get through the US. And again, that will be a tough game because the US have got some good players. Players that I think you talk about Pulisic who will rise to the occasion. He's got a point to prove.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.